Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. Back again with some pre-season action for Manchester City today. City versus Barnsley. City did play against Preston, didn't they? Only a few days ago. A 2-0 win and some very impressive performances from some youngsters. James McAtee stood out. He starts today. Cole Palmer also stood out, and a few others that we were very impressed by, weren't we? And they've actually also announced a third pre-season friendly today. They will be playing Blackpool on Tuesday night, same time, 6 o'clock kickoff. And I think Pep's probably decided that with the board and, you know, organised it to try and get some fitness into these players, get some sharpness. Because by the sounds of what Pep's saying, that the second team, the kids, he said, will be playing in that Charity Shield game against Leicester City. And last season, City started the season very, very slow, didn't we? And then we really came into it towards the second half of the season. That's where we pretty much won the league, when we started playing well later on. But at the start of it, we were terrible, weren't we? We were really slow to start, and that's possibly because we had no pre-season. So Pep's trying to get as much fitness into the players as possible, the first team players, and also giving some of the youngsters a chance to really impress. And today, this is a starting 11. So Zach Steffen once again starts in goal. We've got Cancelo at right back, Ruben Dias, Nathan Ake, and Benjamin Mendy make up the back four. Woslos D's here. I'm the guy with cash. Good to have you. You're always here. Very nice to have a regular channel. We've got Fernandinho in the midfield with Cole Palmer and James McAtee on either side of him. Two impressive youngsters. And then it's Samuel Ndozie, another one who was very impressive in the last game on the left-hand side. Riyad Mahrez on the right-hand side. And Ben Knight once again starts through the middle, which is good to see. Some real, you know, attacking youngsters, attacking talent on there, which is exactly what I want to see, and give them a chance to impress. And James McAtee hopefully can have a really good performance again. And Woslos D is saying 3-0 to City. Well, that is a big prediction. I think City will be better today. I think once they start getting to the sharpness. I thought Ben Knight was fantastic in that striker role in the first half of that game against Preston. The game is live to watch on City Plus if you want to watch it. It's $1.99 for a monthly subscription. Of course, I've paid that for a month, and now I've got the Preston game, the Barnsley game, and I'm going to get the Blackpool game as well, it looks like. So 3 games for $3.99. You can't complain either. And there's lots of exclusive content on there as well. I think there's actually a documentary coming up about Edison, and they're speaking to his old coaches and things. Apparently he started off as a left back as a kid, but when they put him in goal, they realised how good he was with his feet, but also that he was a very good goalkeeper. That looks like an interesting documentary they're putting up. Subs on the bench today for Barnsley. Van Sass is the goalkeeper that might come on. He's a very impressive young Dutch goalkeeper who was bought 2 seasons ago, only 15, 16 of age when he joined. And you can see, if you've seen him play for the U team, why City brought him in. Incredibly good with his feet. And unfortunately, Kieran Slicker picked up that concussion, didn't he? That ruled him out after only maybe 5 or 10 minutes on the field in that Preston game. He's joined by Alfred Dionku, right back, Luke Bolton, right back, and Jan Kuto, right back, on the bench. Finley Burns, who's a centre-back. We've got Philip Sandler, who's a captain in the second half of the last one. He's also a centre-back. Alexander Zinchenko, who's a left-back. We've got Claudio Gomez, a holding midfielder. Ilkay Gundogan, obviously a central midfielder, along with Pozzo. And then we've also got Patrick Robertson Moreno and Morgan Rogers, who can all play through the middle or on the wings. And there was rumours today that Morgan Rogers could be included in a deal with Jack Grealish. That died down pretty quickly, and they said it was just purely 100 million. But that's a talking point, isn't it, that we can obviously have a discussion about before the game, during the game, and so on. Jack Grealish to Manchester City, £100 million, British transfer record. Looks like it's going to happen. And Cheeky loves to, you know, pay a release fee, doesn't he? And he looks like he's going to do it again. So Mina says Leverkusen and Villa have agreed a deal for Bailey, so Grealish should probably come to City. Yeah, and it was interesting with that one, wasn't it? Because I believe that Villa and Leverkusen were struggling to agree a deal for Leon Bailey. I think they were, it was reported they were maybe 5 or 10 million away from each other on what the idea of what the fee would be, and then suddenly they've gone today and paid it, and they've actually already got his shirt up in the shop. So I think that by the sounds of that Jack Grealish is definitely coming to Manchester City. But the thing is with Grealish, there's going to be a lot of pressure put on him now by Villa fans, I think. Unnecessary pressure, probably unhealthy pressure for him to stay. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did a U-turn, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Jack Grealish said, you know what, I'm going to stay at Villa because he can't handle the abuse. And you've got to be... I definitely think Grealish is someone of a strong character. I do believe that. And City need players like that, a strong character. But if you think of someone like the likes of Raheem Sterling, they have to be incredibly strong as a character to deal with, you know, some of the abuse that they put up with when they left Liverpool and with the way the fans, you know, went after them. So you've just got to be be careful, you know. Grealish has got to understand he's got to have a thick skin, really, to come away and deal with that. Shaber says, are you guys showing the game? No, it's on City Plus, Shaber, if you want to watch it. It's $1.99 for the month. Andrew Buckley's predicted a 2-0 win to City, so they are 3-0 and 2-0 coming in. I'm going to come back. I'm just looking for the Barnsley lineup. Well, I can tell you the Barnsley lineup if you want. I usually put the lineup of the opposition teams on screen, to be honest with you. I show them against each other. But when City play, especially these Carabao Cup games, unless you're someone who follows these lower down teams, you don't really know, do you? I don't think you know most of the players. But I can have a look for the Barnsley lineup. I've just seen it, actually, before. And, I mean, John Stones used to play for Barnsley, didn't he? I think probably John Stones isn't happy that he's not playing today. I probably would have loved playing against Barnsley with John Stones, the Barnsley Beckenbauer, as we call him. Thanks, Brocious Shaber. No worries. Go and watch it on City Plus. I'll try and have a look for the Barnsley lineup here. Here we are. So Collins starts in goal. They've got Britton, Moon, Hellick, Kitching, Oda, Palmer, Styles, Morris, Woodrow and Freeser. On the bench, they've got Walton, Williams, Shibbick, Holm, Miller, Benson, Ritzmeyer and Thompson. So there is the lineup for them. If you guys know any of those players, I'll be honest with you, I don't know any of the Barnsley players at all. Although I feel like I've heard of that centre-back. Did he get in the Championship team this season? I mean, I hate when your football knowledge sometimes relies around FIFA. And Palmer as well in the midfield. Didn't he used to play for Sheffield Wednesday? I think he's a very good player. He used to play for Sheffield Wednesday. So the players coming out into the field already. We are moments away from kick-off, minutes away. I have to say, I really do like the new kit. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? I think it looks fantastic, the new kit. It really does. So, from the City Football Academy, Manchester City versus Barnsley. I remember to turn the clock on from kick-off as well today. I had a bit of a mail last week. It's the first time back in what is a very long time, it feels like. Ben Knight back through the middle, like we said. I mean, Cole Palmer could easily play for the middle as well. I know a lot of people say, stylistically, Palmer is very similar to Mahrez, so I half expected Palmer to start on the right-hand side in that first game, but and Mahrez maybe through the middle. If you remember that pre-season, we saw him through the middle. Kelsey says, I'm a Barnsley fan. Good luck for the season. Well, thank you very much, Kelsey. Good luck to Barnsley as well. I have to be honest, I don't know much about you guys. I've never actually watched much of Barnsley. I have been to Barnsley, though, and like I was saying before, John Stones is from Barnsley, so it's sort of a local side, aren't you? Anyone northern, you tend to support apart from your rivals and so on. So good luck for Barnsley this season. Thank you very much for saying that. I hope we win it again. You never know. I think it's hard to understand how sort of teams in the Championship, fans of teams in the Championship, League 1 and League 2, feel about Manchester City. Do you hate us because we've had a load of money, or do you feel like, you know what, you understand that the City fans have had the same sort of journey you guys had at times, and have just sort of, you know, you get lucky. They won the lottery, didn't they, at City? Us fans won the lottery, and we're a powerhouse now, and I don't think it'd ever happen again. City, they did it just at the right time, didn't they, the Abu Dhabi group, when they bought City, just at the right time where things weren't allowed anymore. But, you know, it's been a big journey, hasn't it, in 10 years, 15 years now. And City making a £100 million transfer today, never in your wildest dreams would you imagine that Manchester City would be making a £100 million transfer if it does go through for, of course, Jack Grealish, which is going to be one of my favourite players, Jack Grealish, honestly. Really, really do rate him. I hope he doesn't get too much stick from the Villa fans. Hopefully they understand it as well. I mean, I've been seeing some really funny claims from Villa fans that, City, they've come in and robbed our best player, and it's disgusting that because they're big, they think they can do that. And it's like, but wait a minute. You've just robbed Buendia from Norwich. And if you want Todd Cantwell or Leon Bailey, you're picking off from the lower teams as well. That's the football pyramid. That's how it works, isn't it? The bigger teams identify the higher quality players in the lower teams, and they bring them in. That's what football's always been like for many years. It's not like it's just started because City have done it for Grealish. They've all been doing it for plenty of years. So I don't think Villa fans can really be complaining that, but there's obviously some decent Villa fans. Of course there is. But it tends to be the minority of people who are idiots that tend to get the attention, isn't they? And it shouldn't take, you shouldn't take all the Villa fans with the same brush. Ironically, City do play Villa in the last game of the season, don't they? So we could see Jack Grealish lift the Premier League title in front of his old fans, which would be just really, really fitting, wouldn't it, to the way things have gone. So Manchester City versus Barnsley. We're about to kick off. Your fantasy league verification is totally nonsense. It spammed my email, says Waslod. Well, hopefully it worked in the end and you've managed to join the fantasy league. I had no problems with it at all. The problem is with the Premier League, for whatever reason, they clearly got some issues, haven't they, with the email verification. So Manchester City versus Barnsley, and we're underway. Barnsley in the sort of, looks like a bit of a camo kit, doesn't it? We'll call it black. Black and green. City in the sky blue. No away kit yet, but we might see them maybe wear the away kit against Blackpool if Blackpool wear their famous orange. So straight away, Barnsley on the ball at the back with Kitching and wide to Britton. Plays a nice ball in behind the two centre-backs, Ake and Diaz, whose communication doesn't seem to be working right there. Barnsley across the box. On the edge of the box here with Styles. Wide and read by Joao Cancelo, who had a fantastic game in their first leg, the first pre-season game against Preston. Mahrez looks to take on a player a little bit lacklustre there from Mahrez. And he's dispossessed by Moon. Back in possession. This side. Well, Google have definitely got the formation of Barnsley long. The Erder is not at right wing, he's at left wing back. So they've also gone with a 5 at the back, similar to how Preston went with it. And the pitch is big enough, you know. It's quite a big pitch here at the Academy Stadium. So plenty of space to play those wing backs bombing on, causing, you know, overloads in wide areas, which worked really well, didn't it, in the Euros? A lot of teams we saw play that sort of system. England did it in the final, didn't quite work. But other teams, you know, Belgium were doing that, weren't they? Here's Samuel Dozy, great play from Dozy. Cole Palmer works it wide to Riyad Mahrez. It's a positive start from City. Mahrez 1-on-1 with Oda. Mahrez into the left foot. Mahrez to Cancelo on the edge of the box. Cancelo shoots with his left foot. Blocked away Dozy. Tried to dribble through about 4 or 5 bodies, couldn't do. Barnsley only clear as far as Joao Cancelo. And gets it going again. Is this actually going to show the game, asked Becca Fernandez? No, obviously, if I did that, I'd be kicked off YouTube. The game is on City Plus, if you want to watch it. So if you just go onto City Plus, it's on the City website. It's $1.99 for a monthly subscription. Obviously, I got it for the Preston game, and now got to watch the Barnsley game. And you'll be able to watch, I believe, the Blackpool game on Tuesday night as well. This is just commentary for people who can't, for whatever reason, watch the game, don't want to spend the $1.99, haven't got the $1.99. Here's Cancelo back to Nathan Ake. And Ake goes all the way back to Zach Steffen. Steffen seems to have grown with confidence with the ball at his feet, doesn't it? When he first came, he's a bit shaky there in defence. He's been fantastic in these pre-season games. Seems to have bulked up as well, Zach Steffen. Looking like he is, you know, he's a fantastic second choice goalkeeper, isn't he? A really good option to have, the American. So 2 minutes and 45 and 45 seconds played so far. City have had most of the possession here, but right at the back, Barnsley are the most forward-thinking side. Here's Benjamin Mendy, who looks as calamitous as usual and loses the ball here. Can't even get the ball out from under his feet, Benjamin Mendy, the Frenchman. Boslod says $1.99 a month, I can't do that. Well, you can cancel it after 1 month if you just want to watch 3 games. A chance of Barnsley, a ball over the top. Shot that doesn't beat Zach Steffen, who saves it from Morris. But it's a lovely, lofty pass over the top of Ake and Diaz. I think they called him Eric Garcia, as if he was back. Luckily, he's not. Here's Cancelo up the wide area to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez. Good pressing from Barnsley, taking the game to City straight away. You know, and City do like to rotate in these wide areas. Think of them as, you know, whoever is your wide midfielder, your winger and your fullback, they love to switch apart with each other. You know, Palmer, you could see it right wing. Cancelo, you could see it right wing. Mahrez could be in the inside. Those 3 swap on that right side, and the same sort of on the left side as well, although Mendy isn't quite as versatile as Cancelo, Palmer and Riyad Mahrez are. I'll sign it, says Waslod. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have got it, to be fair. I wouldn't pay for City Plus. There's nothing there. I mean, you can watch the Academy games if you want to watch the Academy games, which is quite interesting. But because the Preston game, I thought, well, for $1.99, I get to watch the Preston game. I get to watch the Barnsley games. That's £1 a game. And now with the chance to watch the Blackpool game as well, you know, it's less than £1 a game. You know, it's definitely less than Sky Sports, isn't it? Or anything like that. So it's fair enough. And like I said, you can use it for a month. Then you can cancel your subscription if you wanted to. Here's Mendy. Back to Nathan Ake. Looking slow, looking lethargic, looking like the Benjamin Mendy, unfortunately, we know very well by now. Here's Ruben Diaz at the back for Manchester City. Of course, no names in the back of the City shirts. Only sponsors of Technico. I think it's Technico, is it? So, saw someone celebrating the goal from number 26, Technico, the other day. As Mahrez banged that free kick in against Preston. Here's Joao Cancelo. Long ball over the top. Good run from Cole Palmer in behind it. The keeper's come out to him. Good sweeper keeper for Barnsley. Here's Collins. Comes right out. Read that pass from Cancelo, but a really good run from Cole Palmer from the midfield. That's exactly what I want to see. Here's Cancelo. Palmer again. Very elegant footballer, Cole Palmer. Cancelo, Mahrez. I'm really liking the link up between Cancelo and Mahrez on this right-hand side so far this season. Sajuna's here. He's gone for a 5-0 to Manchester City. So some big scoreline predictions here from people. Here's Benjamin Mendy. He's found himself in a central area. Mendy drives. Mendy loses the ball as expected. And here comes Barnsley on the counter. Nathan Ake gives chase to Norris on this right-hand side. Woodrow's making a running behind. He's found Woodrow. He looks a mile offside. Linesman keeps his flag down. McAtee chases into the box here. Still Woodrow. Lays it off for a strike from his midfield. Styles drags it wide. It took a deflection off a City player. So it will be a corner for Barnsley. Wuslad said 3-0 to Manchester City. So yeah, we've all predicted big scorelines here, which is good to see. We're doing well. So Barnsley with a corner. Looking to swing one in. I'm not sure who's taking this for Barnsley, but they've got some big men in the box. Cole Palmer is marking the number 6 for Barnsley. Cross comes in. Zach Steffen palms it away. Header back into the mixer. Back into the box. Ake clears it. Dozy takes it down onto the right foot. I mean, he's not fouled there, Samuel Dozy. He's gone down very easily. See why he's done that, though. Won that free kick. We'll see it here. Replay the free kick. Very tight towards the keeper, that cross. It was basically a shot, really. In swinger. And Zach Steffen with his right hand. A strong punch. Hard to deal with. And he's dealt with it well. Here's Ake, and Barnsley look to crowd the goalkeeper. Put him under pressure. Nathan Ake got a bit of footwork there from the Dutchman. We've had a bit of a disappointing Euro tournament, didn't he, with Holland. Didn't play much for them. Did get an assist, though, in the opening game against Ukraine. Ball over the top here by Cancelo to Riyad Mahrez in behind, and Riyad Mahrez is offside. Gone way too early there, the Algerian. It was a nice idea again from Joao Cancelo, though. By far, one of our most creative players in the team, with alongside Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez. You think Jack Grealish adding that to that as well. Samuel Dozy, good pressing from a Dozy. Great work from a Dozy, shoots! Oh, and it was just blocked by a Dozy. It did fantastic there. A Dozy, good pressing, picks the ball up. He beat 2, 3, 4 Barnsley players, and actually his strike hits the legs of his teammate James McAtee, who had made a run to be trying threaded through. Dozy wanted to goal for goal himself. Kicks it into his own player. But that, I think, would have been going in the back of the net if James McAtee hadn't blocked that one. Here's Diaz. Steffen. City again. Playing it out from the back. I suspect we'll see a lot of Diaz and Ake playing together at the start of the season. You can see there Kevin De Bruyne back in Manchester. Here watching the game today. Maybe it will be in the game, but it depends on that ligament injury he picked up for Belgium. We haven't really been told much about yet, have we? If Preston play City, Preston will win. They've already lost 2-0, Wadslog. They played the other day. They lost 2-0 to City. Here's Diaz, put under pressure from Steffen there. Morris had charged him down. Steffen passed it to Diaz in a poor area on the edge of his box. Steffen back in possession again, looks for the long ball. Good pass by Steffen, brilliant to Dozy. McAtee in behind for Samuel Dozy. And here comes the tricky winger with pace. Left foot across the ball. Run across the front post. I think Mahrez is going towards the back post, but the cross from Dozy wasn't great, really. But it was fantastic first time play, really, from Steffen to switch it wide to Dozy. Dozy to knock it down to McAtee and him to play it first time in behind. That's poor from Barnsley. Cancelo picks it up. Cole Palmer into Ruben Diaz. Oh, Cancelo with a lovely nutmeg here. Here he comes, Joao Cancelo. Oh, he's beating man after man in the Barnsley defence. Fantastic from Joao Cancelo. But Barnsley win it back. They're going to counter it. And they're in. It's Woodrow. And Morris attacking. Morris one-on-one with Ake. Goes to cross it. Across the box. Deflects off Ake and Stefan prevents it from going behind for a corner. Wallace says if City play QPR, QPR will win. Why would they playing Blackpool on Tuesday? City have beat QPR before. As Cancelo was making a run through there as he was beating so many Barnsley players, he just, as the defender for Barnsley tackled him, I think fell into the defender, and it looks like the Barnsley defender might have to come off here with an injury. Looks in discomfort. Maybe a bit of a kick on the shins by Cancelo, unintentional completely. Just caught him as he was going through. The player waiting for the tackle. Barnsley manager on the bench there. Looking on, he's having a long chat with Pep at the start of the game. We were watching. Had a big chat with him. They were laughing together. Pep seems to get on with a lot of the lower league managers. He really does. Cancelo seems fine. He's not injured in that collision at all. Incredible player. Joao Cancelo. Sami Nasri at fullback, as we always say, and it seems to be getting more popular at saying. Plenty on Twitter are saying it as well. I saw the other day after his game. The other day. He's a fantastic player, isn't it? Joao Cancelo. Technically so gifted. So gifted for a fullback as well. Sort of Dani Alves level of quality. And I suspect that he will, move into the midfield probably later in his career. Here's Diaz and Ake and Fernandinho combining little triangles there to play their way out of the press. Here comes McAtee. Back to Mendy. Nathan Ake. Ake into Cancelo, who has dropped into a midfield role now, playing pretty much holding midfield. Cole Palmer's coming at right back. Here's Diaz. Palmer. He's done poorly, but he's deflected off Samares by Palmer. Just pick the wrong option there. Cancelo will roll it back to Diaz. City in possession. The more dominant side. Diaz plays another ball over top here. Ben Knight is a willing runner. Made a good run in behind there, but the ball just deflected off the Barnsley player. Drifted up and over his head and into the goalkeeper's hands. But he was very close to getting on the end of that Ben Knight. Like I said, it's been very impressive night. Ake, long ball by the keeper, and Ake chests it down to Fernandinho. Calmly done. Fernandinho. Cancelo's making a run forward. It's right hand side. Joao Cancelo. Looks for Mahrez. Finds Mahrez. Got two on him, Mahrez. Plays it off the wing back of Barnsley for a throw-in. Cancelo's across to take it. Cole Palmer shows for him on this right-hand side. On his left foot, Palmer beats the man. Very calmly done from Cole Palmer. High-quality player. Fernandinho with a turn. Trying to do too much there, Fernandinho. He's fouled the Barnsley player. Just pulls down Woodrow. Tried to just sort of beat him for a bit of pace, Fernandinho there. And I just hasn't quite got the pace anymore. And Fernandinho just pulls down Woodrow. Typical tactical foul from Fernandinho. Here's McAtee, lays it off to Fernandinho. There's an earlier foul before that with Nathan Ake, and the referee pulls it back. An advantage for a free kick to City. Diaz, great line breaking pass into Ben Knight, and then James McAtee's through on goal. One-on-one with the keeper. He's pulled down by the Barnsley defender. I think it'd be a red card in the Premier League. McAtee was bursting through the defence there. Really good play. I think it was Ben Knight dropping deep from the striker position. Little 1-2. Ball goes in behind to McAtee, who's there. One-on-one with the keeper. He's pulled down by the Barnsley defender. Not even a yellow card from the referee. But it's McAtee. Great skill. Pulls it back to Ben Knight. Took it past a player right near the byline there, James McAtee. Lovely little step over and ball roll. Round one player looks to cut it back. Deflects away. Ben Knight's going up for the bobble in the air for a header. Only about 5'5", young Ben Knight. Wasn't ever going to get his head on that one. But City have looked very impressive, especially the young lads. Cancelo with a pass that's deflected, a poor one. Mahrez wins it back though. Mahrez. All the way back to Ruben Diaz. And City start again from the back. City have been fantastic so far. Here's Diaz, back to Nathan Ake. Still Ake. Diaz again. Cancelo's going narrow, and Pepe's saying, if you come narrow, Cancelo, Cole Palmer or Mahrez has got to drop wide because it gives Diaz absolutely no passing option there. There's a Dozy again, little step overs and skill and put it across the box for James McAtee. He's been fantastic, Dozy. Here he is again. Energy. Wide to Mendy. Mendy with a cross. Oh, it falls to McAtee, who can't get a touch on it, but he had Cole Palmer and acres of space behind. If he just left that, I don't know if he got a shout from Cole Palmer. Palmer would have got a shot off. City probably would have been 1-0 up if he hit that one right. Barnsley on the attack. It's fell to Ben Knight. Ooh, Ben Knight's left a late tackling on the Barnsley player. Barnsley player with the advantage here. Wide to the wing back. On the left hand side. Great cross in by Odo. Mendy with a shocking clearance. Straight back to Barnsley. Ball in again. Diaz with a shanked clearance. Again, doesn't get very far. Again, allows Barnsley to continue the attack. Good ball in by the left back. Still going Woodrow here. Diaz uses his strength just to sort of shepherd Woodrow out of play. Mendy's not having a good game at all. And he didn't the last one either. Not at all. I'm surprised he's been so poor, Mendy. You know, I mean, maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but he's been working hard in training. We've seen he's been doing a lot of work trying to, you know, get up to the level he was at. I mean, he's not anymore. Jill says, where are you watching the game? The game is on City Plus, Jills. If you search that, you'll get it. It's $1.99 a month to watch the game on City Plus. Here's Nathan Ake. Into Cancelo. He's literally playing as a holding midfield now in front of the defence. Sat in alongside Cancelo. It's a ball forward by Diaz. It's a good idea. Wrong execution towards Riyad Mahrez on that right hand side. Mahrez can't get the end of it. Played he played the difficult pass, really, Diaz. Oh, Ben Knight with a wonderful tackle as they try to run the ball out. Palmer finds Mahrez. Mahrez shot blocked away. Good work from Barnsley, but well work from Ben Knight. Made a sliding challenge on the Barnsley player who tried to break out, you know, from the defence. It's a shame. When the pass found Palmer and then Palmer found Mahrez. Mahrez just couldn't take it in stride, maybe. Just wasn't enough power on the pass by Cole Palmer to let Mahrez take it possibly onto his right foot, although we know that he probably wanted it in his left foot anyway, Riyad Mahrez. Diaz back to Ake, Fernandinho. Then he goes straight back into Nathan Ake and same again. 3-1-2s now between the Brazilian and the Dutchman. And again, Fernandinho looking for a long ball. Does looking behind to McAtee. It's a fantastic pass. McAtee just can't take it in his stride. Just bobbled up the bounce of the ball over his boot. Edozie tried to get on the end of it, but he wasn't quick enough. And Edozie's actually on his side of throwing there. He's looked very good on the left-hand side. Edozie. Good ball from Fernandinho. One thing I've noticed about City's tactics so far in the pre-season is that it worked especially well against Preston. Something City are doing a lot is players from the midfield breaking forward. Is Edozie again. Brilliant from Edozie down in the box. Well, that should be a penalty, surely. Wow, well, it looked like Edozie should have a penalty here. Ben Knight in behind to Edozie. Great pace from him. Ooh, he's looking for a penalty maybe, the Edozie there. There is contact, but Edozie made the contact with the Barnsley player. But yeah, City's midfield, especially the two attacking ones, which are Palmer and McAtee at the moment. And it was who was in the last game? It was Palmer and Potho. Two players that are bursting, making those runs in behind the defence, making attacking runs. And that is something that we could be seeing from Kevin De Bruyne and Jack Grealish in the upcoming season, which is very, very exciting if we're seeing those two make those sort of runs. Into the box, in behind the defence, let Fernandinho, let Cancelo find them. City go back to Diaz here, just over the halfway line. Cancelo's making a bit of movement for him on this right-hand side for a pass. Diaz finds Cancelo. Under pressure. Cancelo back to Diaz. Barnsley are pressing high. Pressing aggressively. Taking the game to City, which we want to see. We want to see two sides, two attacking sides. And Barnsley have been very good so far, I think. Been impressed by them. Here's Ake. Diaz. Palmer. Diaz again. Bringing the ball forward. Ben Knight has dropped very deep now. No one through the central area. Still making moves, Ben Knight. His movement is very intelligent. Dragging players all over the place. Well played, Mendy. Works it into McAtee. Ben Knight. Oh, he went to go to Mendy. Still Knight. Fernandinho. Oh, he's tried to switch it over to Mahrez. Way too much on the ball from Fernandinho and it bobbles behind for a throw-in. That was poor from Fernandinho. Someone of his quality you expect a bit better than that. Mendy got lucky there, really. Poor touch. Just managed to work the ball back into the middle to James McAtee. Throw in here for Barnsley at their own corner flag on the left-hand side of the field. Throw-in comes in. Fernandinho wins it back and Cancelo all the way back to Ruben Diaz. And he slices it all the way back to Zach Steffen. City very much in control of this game. Fernandinho. Ball forward to Mahrez. Just doesn't find him. Cancelo will instead, and Cancelo knocks it on. There's a header through to Mahrez, who's offside, the Algerian. So unlucky. Really well done by Cancelo to get up there and win that header. But Mahrez just didn't get back on side to make the running behind. Stays to an offside position. Yeah, he is offside, Mahrez, by about a yard. Long ball forward by Barnsley in behind the City defence. It's picked up by Zach Steffen. Straight into his hands, the American. Searching ball in behind the defence. In curler. Towards the striker's boot, but just too much on it from the fullback. Here's Diaz. Over the top to Mahrez again. He's in acres of space here. Mahrez. Ben Knight's making a run into the middle. Mahrez first time across the box to Edozie at the far post. And Edozie makes it 1-0 Manchester City. And he's done it again, Edozie. Goal against Preston, goal again today. He is making an impression on Pep Guardiola, I am sure. Been fantastic, Edozie. Absolutely fantastic. Mahrez, ball over the top by, I think it was Diaz or Fernandinho. It's Ruben Diaz. Long ball over the top here to Mahrez. Acres of space on his right hand side. You're thinking, how's he going to put it back on his left foot? He's going to put back his left foot. First time across the edge of the goalkeeper. The keeper nearly gets fingertips on it, but it's fizzed with power from the right foot of Riyad Mahrez. And Edozie is there, bursting in at the far post for a tap-in. Very good finish from Edozie. He's looking very, very impressive, this young man, isn't it? Very, very impressive. Definitely one to keep an eye out for. He's been very good. He's been given his chance, hasn't he? And he's taken it. He really is taking it. Barnsley go all the way back to the goalkeeper. They're panicking a little bit at the back. Collins. Oda. Oh, heavy touch, heavy touch. Mahrez might nick it off him here. He's got Knight and Mahrez, and Riyad Mahrez has run it back here. Mahrez into Ben Knight. Ben Knight with a strike. It deflects. Mahrez leaves it. Cole Palmer will pick it up on the edge of the box. Oh, good win by Oda, who made the mistake. Won it back for his side. And Barnsley look to counter. Fernandinho in there. Skips past Cancelo and Fernandinho. Cancelo in there again, and a foul by Joao Cancelo. It's a soft one. It was a very good chance there for City to make it 2-0. Probably should have capitalised on that with Riyad Mahrez, but just couldn't. Pep Guardiola clearly seeing the quality of some of these young players in this side. Edozie's not one of the names that's been thrown about really as well as one that's going to step up and, you know, oh, he can make it at Manchester City. It tends to be people like James McAtee, Cole Palmer and so on. But he's been fantastic as Edozie. Here's Cancelo pushing his back as he wins that header. Fernandinho down to Palmer. Palmer in behind to Ben Knight. Ben Knight just can't get there ahead of the goalkeeper Collins, but the pass from Palmer was just a little bit too heavy. Bit of a better pass there from Palmer, and I think we'll see Ben Knight making it 2-0. Should be doing better. Cole Palmer really The quality of pass. Brings the ball into Woodrow. Goes in behind for Barnsley. Mendy gives chase. Mendy's lost that battle. Trying to use his physicality, Mendy. And Barnsley win themselves a throw-in. Deflected off James McAtee. Right near the corner flag in the City half. Good chance to maybe swing a cross in, which they haven't done. Throwing goes backwards. On the spin here, McAtee's made a foul. Oh, it's a Dozy. He's made a foul, actually. And Barnsley get themselves a free kick. Good stuff from Dozy. But there, he's a bit overzealous in trying to win the ball back. And he has fouled Barnsley player. And they've got a free kick on the far right-hand side. Chance to swing one in. He's going to go with his left foot here. The Barnsley player. High line from City's defence. We'll see how it happens. Alex, Crystal Alex says, what channel, sorry. Chance for Barnsley, a cross comes in. City get it away. What channel? It's on City Plus. It's $1.99 for a monthly subscription. Palmer's lost his header. Fernandinho knocks it on actually to a Barnsley player who goes for the volley. Great defending from Ruben Diaz, who just gets his foot in there to block what would have been a really nice volley from the Barnsley player. City play out of the issue, out of the press from Barnsley really well. They need to work it wide quickly to Mahrez, which they do. Here is Riyad Mahrez. Good defending from Ruben Diaz, by the way. Because there's a very good chance for Barnsley to make it all level. Look, all level there. Here's McAtee. Brilliant. Oh, it's a Dozy, is it? It's a Dozy again. He's skipping past challenge after challenge. Fantastic from a Dozy. Absolutely fantastic. He's beat 2 or 3, 4 players there. Great play from a Dozy. Wriggling through challenges. Just went to play that killer pass. Was blocked by 2 Barnsley players. But he had been, fouled a few times. Got a few kicks in the build-up to that. I've never seen a Dozy play this well, I don't think. I think he's 18 years of age, Samuel Dozy. Making a big impact. Surely something Pep Guardiola's picking up on. So, free kick for Manchester City. Riyad Mahrez is going across to take it. Fernandinho didn't want it, but they're going to go for Mahrez with his left foot. Diaz, Ake. A couple of the big boys in the box. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez swings onto the far post. It's headed by Ake. It's deflected over the bar for a corner. Nearly a goal for Nathan Ake there. Up and over the bar. He headed it. It was going down into the ground. Probably into the bottom corner. Or maybe wide. He hit Woodrow in the back of the head. He knew nothing about it, the Barnsley striker. Back defending for his side. Corner ball. Mahrez takes it short to Palmer. Back to Mahrez. Here is Mahrez. Tackled. It's a goal kick. He's not been, I don't think, Riyad Mahrez as good as we expect from him, to be honest with you. He's usually a lot better than this. But he's had a few mistakes. Fantastic player though, there's no doubt about that. And I just can't imagine how good City will be with the likes of Mahrez, Sterling, Grealish, De Bruyne, Gundogan. All on the same team. Ferran Torres as well. Long ball by Collins, the goalkeeper. Up from Fernandinho, he wins the header as he usually does. Captain for a reason, Fernandinho. Absolute battler in that midfield. Wins everything. And he's such an all-around player, isn't he, Fernandinho? I think that's the best quality he has. One thing I really like about him, he reads the game because he's so all well-rounded. He's as good going forward as he is defensively. He's just fantastic at both. Plays those killer passes. And McAtee's just played a pass into Cancelo here, who works it wide to Riyad Mahrez, and Cancelo continues his run. And Mahrez, the outside the boot pass. It's absolutely lovely. Cancelo across the box. Ben Knight's at the far post. And Manchester City are 2-0 up here. And that is fantastic football. And what a pass from Riyad Mahrez with the outside of the boot. In behind to Joao Cancelo. Wonderful, wonderful goal. And it's Ben Knight this time. He's been, I think, very, very impressive through the middle, in the box. Gets his goal now. 2 youngsters with a goal. This ball by Mahrez, the outside of the boot. Unbelievable. Cancelo right across the box. Palmer leaves it. Probably just can't get to it. Palmer in the centre and Ben Knight's the far post just to tap it in. Brilliant, brilliant goal from Manchester City. Top quality. Number 96, Ben Knight, he knows. I mean, the thing is, these young City players, they've got quality around them. You know, in Cancelo, in Mahrez. If they're in the right place at the right time, you can bank on Mahrez and Cancelo putting in that perfect delivery for you. But this City's right-hand side looks very scary. Add Kevin De Bruyne to that ahead of Cole Palmer. We've got a very, very scary Manchester City side. Here's Woodrow, just gives it straight to Cancelo. City go forward again. Fernandinho. Palmer, good work. Mahrez. He's got Cancelo on the right of him. He finds him. A little spin from Riyad Mahrez. Ruben Dias. Fernandinho. Cancelo. This is positive signs for how City are going to play. I know it is Barnsley. You're not playing Manchester United or Liverpool or Chelsea, but just the way Pep set us up, I've been impressed by it. I'm impressed by these young lads as well, who hopefully do get, you know, some game time in the Carabao Cup this season. Oh, they give it away, Barnsley here again. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez. Oh, he looks for that killer ball in behind to Edozie, again making a run. Mahrez nearly wins it back. Styles gets it away, but Ben Knight there to win it back for City. Cancelo to Diaz. Fernandinho. The little pause there from Fernandinho is fantastic. Just pausing the ball for a second. Sees what Barnsley are trying to do. So they try to press the next pass. They try to anticipate. Fernandinho says, well, I'm not going to pass it there. Reads the game so well. 31 minutes played. Manchester City lead by 2-0. And they've really dominated this game. Diaz works it out wide to James McAtee. Oh, it's a poor one from Edozie, actually. Him and McAtee both wearing the same colour boots as well. I wonder on the far side of your screen. Hard not to get them mixed up is someone in behind here. Britain. Edozie back defending against Britain. And he's won it back. Edozie. Brilliant. Ake. McAtee. Good footwork. Mendy. McAtee. Stefan. Fernandinho. Oh, it's wonderful for Manchester City. They just play out of it with ease. Cancelo. Lovely little spin into Fernandinho again. Cancelo once more. Fernandinho's pass just a little bit too heavy. Slows down the move slightly. City had a chance there to hit Barnsley on the counter. But it's good football again from City. Played out from the back fantastically. The confidence some of the young lads are showing as well. McAtee there. Edozie as well. It's very good to see. Here's Nathan Ake. McAtee's making space out wide, drifting out there. Edozie, a very direct winger as well, which I'm liking about him. Fernandinho. Pass to Mahrez, which is a difficult one that he couldn't pull off. Fernandinho. Mahrez getting back, and Riyad Mahrez wins the ball back for Manchester City. It's fantastic. Good pressing, hard work from the Algerian. World class. And this might be a pre-season game, but City is still working hard. Lost and Elijah says 3-0 to City. Well, it could be a good prediction because it could be on. 2-0 currently. Here's Edozie. Mendy with the ball to the far post of Riyad Mahrez. What a goal, Manchester City. Benjamin Mendy floats it in the cross. Sweeps it from one edge of the box all the way to the other. Riyad Mahrez, first time volley with it, you know, inside of his boot. 3-0 Manchester City. Brilliant football goal by Riyad Mahrez. That's fantastic. How Mahrez has finished this, by the way. First time cross from Mendy to the far post, and Mahrez has hit it first time. First time on the volley. What a hit from Riyad Mahrez. Incredible. City are looking fantastic here. 3-0 we lead Barnsley. That's a brilliant goal. Mendy with the assist as well. Credit to Mendy. That was a very good ball into the box. That's what we need to see more of from Benjamin Mendy. I'm hoping that gives him a bit of a confidence boost, to be honest with you. Here's McAtee. Edozie. Mendy. Back to Stefan. Ooh, Mendy's pass to Stefan a little bit short. He has to send it long. Handball by Barnsley player Woodrow. A free kick to Manchester City as he tried to control it. Pep's got to be impressed with this. Surely he'll be trying to think things through. How can he improve this side? Cole Palmer, good touch. Well played, Cole. Receives the ball under pressure. Works it well. Ake. Fernandinho. Wide to Mendy. The only one who seems to panic under pressure is Benjamin Mendy, but he's done well here. Oh, Poor pass, though, into James McAtee. They give it away. Here's Cole Palmer. And City look to attack them now. Palmer having a run. Great skill from Palmer. Inside, outside. The midfielder Styles. Doesn't know what to do with him. Palmer. Works it wide to Mahrez. Mahrez. Oh, inside on his left foot. Still going here, Mahrez. Edge of the box to Cancelo. Cancelo onto his right foot. Cancelo again. Still Cancelo. Great footwork. Goes to shoot on his left foot. Cuts it back onto his right foot. Goes to hit it his right. A player dives and he takes it round him. As he's about to shoot, someone else dives in to block it. Just incredible footwork from João Cancelo, who's looking like he's getting better and better. It is our second team, says Lawson. Yeah, you know, by far, nowhere near City's first team. Plenty of young lads in there as well. But they're playing incredibly well. Here's Riyad Mahrez in the corner. Ball in. It's a good one. Diaz attacks it. It's nodded away. McAtee will pick it up. And he goes back to Benjamin Mendy, the only player back now. Mendy looks to switch it back to Mahrez, which he does fantastically. Great pass by Mendy. Mahrez with the outside of the boot pass once again. This time in behind to Cole Palmer. It's a little bit over here. And it rolls into the goalkeeper, Sam Collins. Mahrez has been absolutely fantastic. He really has on that right-hand side. And only a few moments before that, I said, oh, Mahrez has been not unbelievably good. He's made some mistakes, but he's on the ball again here. Riyad Mahrez. Here is Mahrez. Mahrez works it wide to Cancelo. His body's in the box here. Cancelo cuts it back. Ben Knight. Oh, he's missed the sitter, Ben Knight. Scuffs the shot. There's young Ben Knight. Mahrez with fantastic skill again. Pulls it wide to João Cancelo, who puts it on a plate on the centre. I mean, pretty much on the penalty spot for Ben Knight. And he just can't tap it in. He just scuffs it. Just scuffs it, Ben Knight. Should be 4-0 Manchester City. Lanky says, hi. Good to see you, Lanky. Who are the three scorers? Riyad Mahrez, Edozie and Ben Knight. Ben Knight and Edozie's goals were very similar tappings. Mahrez was a ridiculously good volley on a cross from Benjamin Mendy. 3 very, very good goals. Here's Nathan Ake. City at the back, and Barnsley are getting tore apart here. City are playing very direct football, aren't they, really? They're hitting team, you know, they're hitting Barnsley on the counter. Happy to keep it at the back, but they're happy to go direct, play those balls in behind. Because they've got runners from the midfield and the wingers, and the defence can't handle that. Stefan into Cancelo. Diaz. What a signing João Cancelo's been, by the way. Top quality signing. How's McAtee been? He's been good, Lanky. He's been good. Not seen much of him. Edozie's been the standout performer so far from the young lads. Been fantastic, Edozie. Oh, great win by Ben Knight. Cancelo, skill as well. And he drives away João Cancelo. In behind to Riyad Mahrez. Here's Riyad Mahrez here. Defender goes sliding in to win the ball. Kitchen just gets there. Mahrez sliding in, but Cancelo again, it's incredible. Yeah, McAtee's been good. Palmer's been very good. But Edozie and maybe Knight as well have stood out really, really massively. Especially Edozie. Taking players on. Using his pace, using his skill. Been very impressive. Here's Ake. Into Cancelo. Great touch from João. Fernandinho. Palmer. Oh, unlucky Cole Palmer. Looked to work it wide too. Riyad Mahrez. Just couldn't. His first touches let him down a little bit at times, Cole Palmer. It's the one thing he's lacking at the moment. Bit of composure when he receives the ball under pressure. Because he's fine. He's clearly got a good pass on him. But he hasn't been able to get that pass out of his feet yet. Here's Edozie again running. Oh, I think it's McAtee as well involved. McAtee there trying to do a little 1-2. Have a run at Barnsley. It was good football. Just didn't work out for McAtee. Very impressive player. But plenty of confidence they're playing with at the moment, these youngsters for City. Exactly what I want to see. 40 minutes played. Edozie's on the corner here. Plays it short to Palmer. Oh, brilliant skill from Palmer, who's down the box as a penalty to Manchester City. Well, that is some confidence from Cole Palmer here. He receives the ball short from the corner in the box. Little step over and turns the Barnsley defender down the byline. And Mahrez has given Palmer the ball to take the penalty. Brilliant from Cole Palmer here. See you later. Shirt pulled, down he goes. It's brilliant. Knight, Mahrez and Edozie says Lawson. Yeah, the three scorers have been fantastic. And Cole Palmer could be about to step up from the penalty spot. The penalty he won through his individual brilliance to make it 4-0. Pulling the shirt of Cole Palmer. Here comes Palmer. Young man from the penalty spot. Palmer! Oh, it's saved. Penalty saved. McAtee. That's poor from Palmer. Did well to win the penalty, but clearly he's been training with the first team on how to take penalties. Here's Barnsley back in possession. Struggling under the press, and McAtee knocks it behind for a throw-in. It's a shame for Cole Palmer, but that's a poor penalty. Straight at the goalkeeper. To his left-hand side, the keeper just saves it. Palms it away. Poor from Cole Palmer. I think a penalty would have helped his confidence massively. Maybe. He should have done better there, but, you know, these things happen. They've got to learn from the mistakes. He won a penalty in a fantastic way, and if he was playing for the first team and he won the penalty, he probably wouldn't be taking the penalty, although we don't particularly have any good penalty takers, do we? Good pass by the goalkeeper, Collins for Barnsley. Ake's there pressing, and he's made a foul on the Barnsley player. Mahrez should have taken the penalties, Lawson. Well, it's a pre-season game, isn't it, Lawson? There's no point giving Mahrez more confidence. He's got plenty bags of confidence. Mahrez give the penalty to Cole Palmer as a young lad to give him some confidence. I know he's missed, but he's just going to keep going, hasn't he? I think it was the right decision to let Cole Palmer take the penalty. Diaz out from the back pressing. Barnsley knock it on and might have a chance here. Fernandinho's got a chase with Woodrow. Wow, brilliant from Cancelo. He's back there again. Still going, Cancelo. Oh, he's just dribbling out of issues now. Wonderful from Cancelo. Palmer on the turn. Ben Knight's in here. Oh, he's offside. Great pass from Palmer. Through the legs. And through a little gap in the Barnsley defence as Palmer played it through. Ben Knight just gone a little bit too early, I think. Yeah, he was early. Took it round the keeper as well, Ben Knight. Referee gives offside, but another great chance for City there to make it 4-0. Good call from the assistant, actually. The linesman. He's got a few right already. Here's a ball into the midfield for Barnsley. Kitchen. Woodrow. He's dropped deep to hold it up for his side. Work it wide to Oda. Still they play on. Oh, they've let it go here. Diaz on Woodrow there with a bit of a foul. Just used his body a little bit. Diaz, and they've given a foul to Barnsley. I'm not sure what Diaz did too much. Just a little bit of a push. Nothing more. And the referee gives a free kick. Another chance for Barnsley to swing a ball into the box. Try and test Zach Steffen, which is something they haven't really done today. Lankias, have you seen there will be a creator club in FIFA 22? Will you do a series on that? Yeah, probably, Lanky, if that's something that's new. Maybe it's something we'll give it a go at. That would be a very interesting thing, wouldn't it, creator club? I'm glad they've added things like that. I think the things are, though, that you can't actually change the kits or anything, or the badges or anything. It's all in-game, which is a bit of an issue. Not like PES, where you can upload an image or so on. Stable, that's where you watch the game. It's on City Plus Stable, $1.99 for a month's subscription. Search City Plus. It's City's pretty much City TV, you know, like MUTV or Liverpool TV, but it's entirely online or on the app. You can sign up for $1.99 a month, and you will be able to watch the Blackpool game on Tuesday as well. Here's Ake back to Steffen. 43 minutes played. We're getting towards half-time now. Approaching the half-time whistle with only a minute or so to go, and there won't be any added time, I doubt. Here's Diaz into Ake. Looking to bring the ball forward. Looking for those passes in between the lines. He finds Benjamin Mendy. McAtee. Mendy. Mendy into Fernandinho. James McAtee. Oh, he's gone for that ball. Just to behind the full-back and the centre-back between them for Edoze. He couldn't find him, but it was a nice idea. Plenty of confidence in this Manchester City side. I suspect there will be some, 11 changes or so at half-time. Mendy's fell over here. Fell over and actually ended up making a tackle on Woodrow. Throwing for Barnes on the right-hand side. They've gone all the way back to the halfway line. So I will try and update the team sheet when we know of the changes, which will be probably 5 or 10 minutes into the second half. They don't tend to put it up straight away, for whatever reason. Here's Collins. Good pass by the goalkeeper, and they work it wide as well there. Good play from Barnsley. Ball in behind. Woodrow drops deep, then he works it in behind to his man on the right-hand side. Freeser. Morris is a strike. Ooh, I don't know if it's a cross or a pass. He's whipped it towards the far post. And it nearly tested Zach Steffen for the first time in today's game. And that is half-time. Manchester City 3, Barnsley 0. Probably could be 4 or 5. Ben Knight has missed the sitter. Just couldn't get his feet sorted out. Scuffed it wide. Edozi's been very, very exciting. And Cole Palmer, who won a penalty with some brilliant bit of skill, couldn't convert the penalty that was given to him by Riyad Mahrez. And Mahrez having a good talk with Cole Palmer. Probably like a mentor for him, really. Someone who he can learn from. And that's good to see, isn't it? Giving him some confidence. The second team will probably go out for a warm-up now because they will be coming on for the second half. Pep Guardiola made 10 changes in the last one. Could possibly make 10 or 11 changes once again as he starts to build up the fitness and sharpness of these players heading into the Premier League season. We're going to have a little short break over half-time, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the live chat. We'll be back after the short break to watch the second half of Manchester City versus Barnsley.
protect your soul. Let's creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. And we're back again for the second half, Manchester City versus Barnsley. We're currently 3-0 up. Fantastic first half. I'm not sure it's going to be a lot of change at half time. There was last time 10 changes. It's looking as if a lot of players are warming up, so we could see that. It has to be said, some of the performances out there today have been fantastic from the young players. Especially, I mean, Cole Power, Ben Knight, James McAtee and Adozie, they can hold their heads incredibly high after incredibly good performances from young players who you might not even expect to. I mean, especially, Knight and Adozie, I would say, have been more impressive than Palmer and McAtee. Now, McAtee and Palmer have been impressive. I'm not saying they've not been. But Adozie and Knight, two players who are not really spoke about in the same sentence of players that could make it into the first team, have been the two standout players in my eyes. Been really, really good. Very impressive. Ben Knight playing as a false nine. Adozie, like Leroy Sané, reincarnate on that left-hand side, sprinting forward. It's been fantastic. Beating him on step-overs. Been a very, very interesting first half. And it looks like Ilkay Gundogan could be about to make his return to the field in the second half. Philippe Sandler as well is there. Pep Guardiola will be ready to tell them, I'm sure, soon, although the same players are coming back out the second half. So Pep is clearly been impressed. No changes after the first half. Although, it looks like Ruben Diaz will be making way for Philippe Sandler. What's happened, I'm back, says Wesley. Nothing's happened. The game is just about to kick back off for the second half. Philippe Sandler is the only change that at the moment I can see. But I think the rest of the team will be staying the same. They've made some changes. I think quite a few changes. However, Barnsley. See who else is coming on. Morgan Rogers, I think, is coming on as well. So a player that was possibly included in that deal to join Aston Villa with Jack Grealish. That's not the way it's going to work. Adozie has come off after a very, very good first half. It's Morgan Rogers who's coming on for Adozie on that left-hand side. We'll see if there's any others that try and make substitutions. Rogers definitely coming on the number 72 for the number 53 Adozie, it looks like. And Sandler is on for Diaz at the moment. We'll keep you updated if there's anyone else. I think it's just going to be those two at the moment, it seems like. So I think that's the only two. So here they come. Philippe Sandler and Morgan Rogers. So Rogers on for Adozie and Sandler on for Diaz. So let's see how Rogers does. Was reasonably okay, wasn't he, in that Preston game, if you saw it. So here comes Rogers on the field now. Going to be interesting to see how he does. Another one I rate very highly. He's a very, very good player, Morgan Rogers. I think Crystal Palace, very interested in him. I prefer City did alone, really, rather than sold him. I think he's one that could make it again, like the other ones. So, ready for the second half. He's on the bench there, looking on. Very good game from him. Very good performance in pre-season in those two games he's got now. Only played 90 minutes and he's got 2 goals. 2:45 minutes. So Manchester City, Barnsley, second half is underway. I think Pep's just stepping up the intensity for the likes of Fernandinho and so on. So they can play a few more games. Because it takes a lot of energy to play this many games. Good play like Cancelo and Fernandinho. Here's Benjamin Mendy. Driving forward here into Ben Knight. Just dragged down from the Barnsley centre-back. And Ben Knight wins his side a free kick. He apologises to Mahrez and Palmer on the right-hand side. I think he felt that he should have worked the ball wide for them there, but he couldn't do as he was taken down. Here's Sandler. Mendy behind to Knight. Great first touch by Knight. Sent it through the legs of one Barnsley player, but into the path of another one. It's a nice idea. Ake goes all the way back to Zach Steffen. And back into Philippe Sandler here. Sandler into Cancelo. Wide to Mahrez. Mahrez goes all the way back to Sandler. I've got high hopes for Philippe Sandler. A good player. not really. Had a chance due to injuries. Went on loan to Anderlecht. We expected that would be where he started to shine. Maybe he could play the sort of Eric Garcia role this season as like the 5th choice centre-back. Mendy. Fernandinho. See if Pep does rate Philippe Sandler as well. That'd be interesting to see whether he does rate Sandler highly. Here is Sandler. Mendy's dropping very, very narrow into the midfield. Here's McAtee on the left foot. Back to Ake. Here's Sandler. Tries to switch the play on his left foot. Doesn't work. And now here come Barnsley. Cancelo working hard to try and win it back. Good work from the striker for Barnsley. Works it wide. And they've got to go back to the goalkeeper now though. Why'd they play it? Good touch on the chest by Friese and Britain. Barnsley go backwards here to Helic. Good switch of play on the left foot. João Cancelo reads it though. He's been good in the air, João Cancelo, actually, in today's game. Been very good. Claudio Gomez, Alexander Zinchenko, Ilkay Gundogan are the 3 warming up. Could be the 3 changes that we see. Probably pretty soon, actually. Here's Philippe Sandler. Well, the captain's armband, of course, when he came on in the last game as well. Maybe Pep has big faith in him. Clearly City saw something in him when they signed him. Here's Cancelo. That's a really poor touch. Flicks into the path of the Barnsley player. City showing a bit of complacency here in the second half. Could be a chance here. Lovely little turn by number 10. Britain with a chance to cross it in. It's not a bad ball. Looped up to the far post. Stefan got to the end of it and City immediately look to counter here. McAtee. Good little feint of the body here. Back to Mendy. Mendy's movement there is not quite exactly what McAtee wanted, I don't think. I think McAtee wanted Mendy more in a forward position. Mendy wanted to slow the game rather than speed it up. Here's Sandler. Sandler again. Oh, ball through to Rodgers here. It's a fantastic pass. Here's Morgan Rodgers. The physicality. Rodgers! The strike straight at the goalkeeper. Martin the rebound. It's another save by Collins. Rodgers probably should do better there. Went with the left foot and not the right foot. Hit it straight at the goalkeeper, Collins. But he's played in fantastically well by McAtee. Sandler flicks it back out to Cancelo. Good work. Cancelo over the top to Knight. Looked like a foul there. And Cancelo's not been given. Rodgers here. Good physicality, good strength. Just tried to go to the bottom corner with his left foot. I think he should have gone near post really with his right foot. Hit it with a bit of power. Good goalkeeping though by Collins, the Barnsley man. He's done well there to keep that one out. Good chance for Rodgers and Mahrez who hit the rebound. Hit it straight at the goalkeeper as well. Long ball followed by the keeper Collins. Not down here. Britain. Foul by Fernandinho who tends to get the foul on the opposition players. Leave a leg in. And he has done that. Rodgers got 6 goals in 28 games for Lincoln last season where he spent the season on loan. He was very impressive. Here's Rodgers again. Mendy, can he beat the man to the ball? He can do. Rodgers in there. Can't get the end of it. He's looking quite good as well, the number 10 for Barnsley. Nice little roulette before around a couple of players. Rodgers looks lively though, doesn't he? He looks excited on this left-hand side, Rodgers. A different player to Edozie. Not quite the same sort of pacey player. I feel like he should score though. But he's run so close. I think there's a little nick on his ankles by one of the Barnsley defenders as he goes through. Just makes him, hesitate shooting, in which case he's already narrowed the angle down so much he can only put it really in one place. Well, there's a cut on a Barnsley player's leg here, and that is one really, really nasty cut on his leg. Wow. The swelling is ridiculous. I don't even know how he's moving here. I don't know whether he's took a kick or he's slid in here for a tackle or something, the Barnsley defender. But big swelling on his knee. And a nasty, nasty gash as well. Pablo Moreno has joined the wall, but now with Ilkay Gundogan, Zinchenko and Claudio Gomez. He's another one that seemed like an odd signing, really, that we swapped him with Felix Correa, a player that we'd signed from Sporting Lisbon. Not sure why that deal happened like that, but it did. Maybe City had seen something in Moreno. Here's Nathan Ake, Fernandinho, Ake again. Into Cancelo. Palmer back to Sandler. Fernandinho, Sandler again. Big man Philippe Sandler. Commanding presence at the back. Ake. McAtee. Mendy. Wide to Rodgers. Good skill. Onto his left foot into McAtee. He looks to work it back out wide to Mendy, but McAtee's pass there with the outside of the boot wasn't good enough. He should have just played a simple pass, really, James McAtee. Went to go with the outside of the boot. Just sort of flick it out, but good bit of pass and move, and Rodgers did well to beat his man with a really nice first touch on his left foot that took him round the fullback. Barnsley have made another change here. Lawson wants to know people's Premier League predictions. I'll be doing a video for the Premier League predictions, probably, Lawson. The season starts on the 13th of August, so I will be doing it before then. But I do plan to do Premier League predictions. Worked it wide here, and foul by Fernandinho once again. He's made plenty of fouls, hasn't it? Plenty of fouls. It's the new substitution who's just come on for Barnsley. Involved in the action there straight away. Fernandinho absolutely clattered the Barnsley player as he's known to do. Barnsley look to play it in and around the back. And they've done well, actually, this three at the back, five at the back. They've knocked the ball really well. They've pressed high. They've defended poorly, maybe, but City have been very good attacking-wise. Rodgers with a really poor header. Look to try and break down City, but Ake is there to pick it up. And it's Stefan. Stefan asking for a bit of support here. He looks for a pass and he finds João Cancelo on his right-hand side. Back to Philippe Sandler. Zach Stefan once more. Fernandinho. Sandler. City just knocking it around so calm at the back. And Sandler with a brilliant pass into the drop-in deep of Ben Knight. Cancelo's had to go back though. That'll be a frustrator for Guardiola. City have done all the hard work there. They're playing it out from the back. Knight's done brilliantly to drop deep, control it, but the pass was a little bit slack and Cancelo had to go backwards. Maybe it's a pass to Mendy. It was a bit too risky. Ake. Here's Benjamin Mendy. Driving forward here, Mendy. Into Fernandinho. Off to Ben Knight. He works it wide to Riyad Mahrez. He's got someone on the overlap here. I think it's Palmer. Knight finally does work it wide to Cancelo. Back into Knight again. And Cancelo once more. In behind to Mahrez. And it's overhit by João Cancelo. Nice idea. Poor execution. It's a goal kick. Kevin De Bruyne, who's just come back from his holiday today. And he's there. In the crowd already. So is Mendy. Fernandinho on the halfway line. City playing it round the back. Mendy in wide position now. Mendy for a switcher play. It's ambitious. Wrong pass from Benjamin Mendy. He's tried to really get some power on that pass. He's got underneath it, sliced it. It's gone straight to the Barnsley player. Collins. Very good pass by the goalkeeper. Cancelo in there for a tackle. Foul. Free kick to Barnsley. Good play by Barnsley. Well played by the goalkeeper. Showing that they can do, the play out from the back as well. Confident from Collins. Number 40. Who's not even the first team goalkeeper for them. Long ball forward. Ake's got to deal with this one. In the chase here, Nathan Ake. Oh, calmly done from Ake. It's brilliant. Here's Sandler. Fernandinho. Ake. City have played out the back brilliantly, by the way, today. Confidence. Sandler. Great work from Philippe Sandler as well. Fernandinho, he then lifts it forward to Mahrez, which is probably the worst pass of the lot. And Barnsley back in possession. You need to just show a bit of composure, Fernandinho, like the others did. Ball comes into the box. Ake away. Palmer on the head. Wide to Mahrez. Oh, it's still in play, this, is it? No, Mahrez looked like he kept it in by mistake as it was fired into him. And City have a throw in here. Palmer looks to be being mentored by, you know, Riyad Mahrez can still on that right hand side. Showing in the ropes. I've just seen here, actually, I'm just reading that sources close to Manchester City feel it's time for Liam Delap to play in the Championship. He got 24 goals in 22 appearances last season in the Premier League 2, and he will be joining Stoke City on loan, so he will be going back to where his dad played, Liam Delap. So, Liam Delap, Stoke City on loan. Rodgers. Oh, poor way to pass by Morgan Rodgers. Really poor pass. Fernandinho wins it back for City. A poor clearance by Barnsley. Here's João Cancelo. Wide to Riyad Mahrez. Looking to take on the players. Cole Palmer. Mahrez again. Into Fernandinho. Mahrez. Sandler. Well, it looks like a bad injury for the Barnsley player who's on the sidelines with his leg all strapped up after that cut. Here's Sandler. Good pass into McAtee. He turns. McAtee. Rodgers. Oh, he just half asleep to it, Rodgers. Slightly. Just didn't expect the ball from McAtee, who was inventive with that pass. Well done, Sandler. Good strength shown by the Dutchman. Dutch connection at the back now between the two centre-backs. Johnny says, what are you thinking about City's play today? They've been fantastic today, City, haven't they? I think the way they've knocked it around, especially at the back with confidence. I know it is pre-season, we know it's Barnsley, but the young lads have impressed as well, haven't they? And the way City have played has just been... It's just the way you hope they're going to play throughout the season. Rodgers here tries to take it around the defender and can't do so. But they've played really well around the back, City. And they lead 3-0. 3 fantastic goals. Probably should be 5, to be honest with you. 2 sitters have been missed. That penalty and that other chance is Cole Palmer. There's a couple of players, these young lads, who you think they're definitely going to make it into the first team. Well, you'd hope so anyway, wouldn't you? Here's Mahrez, balling behind him. Mahrez should lay off to Rodgers. Little back heel to Palmer. And Palmer's shot is straight to the keeper. No power in it from Cole Palmer. Mahrez shows his frustration there. Fernandinho just lofts it over the top here to Riyad Mahrez. Rodgers wanted it. Mahrez takes his time into Palmer. Palmer just no power in the shot at all. Rolls it to the goalkeeper Collins. As Mahrez back heels it into the path of Cole Palmer. Palmer's that there working hard for City to win it back. Sandler into Fernandinho. And he goes all the way back to Zach Steffen. Good play for Manchester City once again. Calm at the back. Here's Sandler. Fernandinho. Sandler again. Also news coming out. Harry Kane will hold talks to Tottenham next week as he insists he wants to join Jack Grealish and join Manchester City. I won't like to read the comments of what people have said on that post. Manchester City ruining the football sport for other fans around the Premier League, it seems. Here's James McAtee into Morgan Rodgers. Good for touch again. And then the pass by Rodgers. He's missing that final bit, Rodgers. The pass, the shot. His decision making. His final ball is lacking. And surely from his point of view, he thinks, you know, you think he was further along his development than Edozie. At the moment, it's not looking like it. Cancelo's lost it here. Chance here, they might shoot from range, a strike from range, and Steffen makes his first save of the game. Might even be his first save of the pre-season. Number 3 for Barnsley. Had a hit, but it's never going to trouble Steffen. He just couldn't get the power in it at all. Here is Benjamin Mendy. Back to Ake and into Sandler, who has been impressive, like I've said today. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see Sandler play in that sort of 5th centre-back role where we saw Eric Garcia play. Just in case City want to play 3 at the back at any point time through the season. Guardiola's really happy with that pass. And City are going to make some big changes here. Ilkay Gundogan, Pablo Moreno, Alexander Zinchenko and Claudio Gomez are all coming on. Callum Britton is coming off for them. George Miller coming on. So let's see where the players for City are going to come on. So the first one is Claudio Gomez, who will come on, it seems, for Fernandinho, the captain. So we'll see who takes the armband for that one. Ben Knight has come off now for Pablo Moreno. Ilkay Gundogan is on. He's taken the captain's armband, Ilkay Gundogan. I'm not sure if he's on for McAtee or Rodgers. McAtee or Palmer, sorry. Here's Sandler into Cancelo. He goes back to the keeper. Yes, so Zinchenko's come on as well for Benjamin Mendy at left back. City give the ball here with Zinchenko. They give it away. Chance here. They flick it over the top. Zinchenko in for there for a tackle. Who could be City's first choice at fullback this season. City yet to sign another left back, and by the sounds of it, they won't be signing a left back. They're looking to address other areas of the team. So, see how that goes. Here is Ake. Just trying to find out the final changes. I'm not sure if it's Palmer or McAtee that's come off. Good play by Rodgers. I think it is called Palmer. Here they come again, City. Through Riyad Mahrez into Claudio Gomez, this defensive midfielder. That's a really poor pass. Really poor pass from the Frenchman. But Barnsley just can't get things to click, can they? Can't get that ball forward. And City are back in possession once again. Pablo Moreno, someone who might be slightly exciting. Like I said, a bit of an odd deal. Maybe it was a bit more to balance the books, that transfer with Pablo Moreno. But the team sheet should have updated now so you can see who is on the field, who isn't on the field anymore for you guys. Here's Zinchenko. Good little swivel past the defender there and switches it wide fantastically to Cancelo, into Mahrez. Mahrez into McAtee. Back into Mahrez again. McAtee. Oh, it's a poor pass by Sandler. Mahrez has been clattered into and he's given a free kick to Barnsley, but City's attack there was working well and it broke down pretty quickly. Claudio Gomez, 21 years of age now. He's probably, if he's going to get it into the City team, it'll be a late bloomer sort of thing. You tend to get into the team at a much earlier age, don't you? Think alike. I mean, Phil Foden, for example, at 17, he was getting his chance. Hopefully, Liam Delap's one who gets into the team because he looks incredible. Here's Claudio Gomez, won the ball back for City. He's done well there. Rodgers wins it back as well. Combines with Gomez, who towers above him in stature. Now Yan Kuto, Patrick Roberts, Potho and Finley Burns are all warming up for Manchester City. Here's Sandler, Ake. City are slowing a little bit, aren't they, at the moment? 65 minutes played. Here's Moreno, back to Sandler. Over the top to Zinchenko, down to Gundogan. He goes back to Zinchenko. Into Ake. City lacking a bit of intensity here. What's quite interesting is every time the defensive line of the opposition push forward, your two midfielders in Gundogan and McAtee are trying to make runs in behind. Always looking in behind, actually. Gundogan there had made a good run forward as well. The captain. And goal scorer, plenty of goals he scored for the club last season. The German. He's got that real ability to arrive late in the box, hasn't he? I'm sure he will not be replaced by Jack Grealish. It will be sharing the game time there on that left-hand side of midfield is Sandler for City, who's come on and done a decent job. Fernandinho in there no longer. Zinchenko's found a bit of space in that Fernandinho position as he plays the ball over the top to Morgan Rodgers. Knocked away. Gundogan, the captain, working hard. But can't win the ball back with Pablo Moreno. And they've gone all the way back to the keeper here, Barnsley. Working wide to the centre-back. Big lump forward. Philippe Sandler deals with it. Calmly knocks it down as well to Zinchenko. Oh, nicely done by Zinchenko. Outside the boot, pass into Claudio Gomez, who probably wanted it back, Zinchenko, but Gomez went against it, went Back towards Nathan Ake. Zinchenko again into Gomez once more. Gomez. McAtee. Just can't get it under control, so he gives it back to Gomez. Cancelo leaves it to Mahrez. Mahrez inside. McAtee. Wide to Cancelo. Looks to swing one in, will he? To McAtee instead. Don't fall to Moreno. Looks to McAtee once again. Barnsley get it away. City there. Just that final pass, isn't it? Just things not quite clicking and coming together for City. Barnsley play a long ball, which is cut out by Claudio Gomez. Oh, I think we said in the Preston stream, he's high hopes for Claudio Gomez when he joined from PSG. They were unhappy he was leaving, but I think he was captain, wasn't he, for the French under-16 side. Just not worked for him at all. At all. I don't know why. Maybe he's just not as good as the scouts thought he was at the time. Here's Gundogan. Sandler. Cancelo on this right-hand side. Good ball into McAtee. Oh, he's dancing round challenges there. Eventually they do get a foot in that stops him in his tracks. But it's brilliant from McAtee once again. Cancelo. Gomez. Cancelo. Zinchenko. Pretty much on the right-hand side of the field here, picking the ball up. Dictating play. Ball into Gundogan. Gundogan in behind to Pablo Moreno. Here's Moreno with a strike. It's a good sliding tackle and block by a defender. He should have pulled the trigger a lot earlier, Pablo Moreno. Good ball from Gundogan. Moreno here. Just took too long to pull the trigger. I don't think it would have gone anyway. There wasn't much power in the shot as it was aimed towards the bottom corner. City take the corner quickly. Zinchenko. Cancelo. Mahrez. Swing to the far post. Oh, across the box by Rodgers. Moreno with a back heel. Nathan Ake! Nathan Ake takes a touch, spins and swivels on the ball and puts it in the back of the net. And Manchester City lead by 4-0. Little back heel from Pablo Moreno for the assist. Mahrez picked it up on the far right hand side after City worked it all the way to him from the corner. Mahrez swings it beautifully to the far post. Rodgers, little first time volley across the box. Moreno with a little back heel, falls to the right foot of Ake, swivels on it, switches it to his left foot, and from about 4 yards away, puts it down the middle of the net. The keeper's diving, never going to save it, into the back of the net. And that is Nathan Ake's last bit of involvement in the game as he comes off of Finley Burns. We've also got Mahrez coming off of Pozzo, and also we've got that man, Yan Couto, coming on as well. The Brazilian for João Cancelo. Patrick Roberts is on as well. So I'll try and sort this team sheet out best I can. So Cancelo is off. Brazilian Yan Couto is on the field. City have gone back to Stefan here. He's calmly dealt with that one again. Oh, good play from Yan Couto straight away. They give it away though, City here, and here's Barnes in the attack. Crossing to the box, a header from the centre-back who's for some reason in there. In the striker position. Forward again, and City are looking to get him behind quickly there of Barnsley. Well, Patrick Roberts still at Manchester City somehow. Been around for a very long time now, hasn't he? The English Messi who was called at one time. It never really was going to work out like that, was it really? I think we knew his limitations. Patrick Roberts, he had a very successful loan at Celtic, but wanted to spend his whole career at Celtic, it seemed. And that didn't work, did it? Just keep wanting to play for Celtic. Wouldn't make the move to Championship sides and so on. In the end, his career is stilted completely. 24, 25 years of age now, Patrick Roberts. And he's still around. Here's Pablo Moreno. All the way back to Philippe Sandler. Into Gundogan. Zinchenko. Good football again. Moreno making a run. And Zinchenko went to look for Rodgers in behind. And a better ball. And he was in there, Morgan Rodgers. He's worked hard since he's come on. Here's Benson for Barnsley. Back to the goalkeeper. And again, good little 1-2 as Moreno put on the pressure. Barnsley playing City their own game here, or attempting to. Knocking it round the back. Pozzo here. Looking to press, and he looked very impressive in the last game. Zinchenko, great win back for Manchester City. Into Ilkay Gundogan. Lovely turn. Oh, it's a poor pass though. Unfortunately into Pozzo. Pavel Moreno is in acres of space. Could have found him. Burns only 18 years of age as well, the centre-back. Burns into Roberts. Moreno tries to beat the Barnsley player to it. They're going all the way back to the goalkeeper. Pressing from Patrick Roberts. Moreno as well. Barnsley eventually send it long. And Burns will deal with this one. Read it all the way there, Finley Burns. He keeps the ball for Manchester City. I wonder if we will see Vicky Van Sass come on for Zach Steffen, or will Steffen play the full 90 minutes? Here's Gomez. Burns. Very tall for 18 years of age. Probably the biggest player on the field at the moment. Zinchenko. Sandler. Zinchenko. Gundogan. Back to Zinchenko. This is a good play from City. Zinchenko works it into Yan Kuto. Wide to Roberts. Into Pozzo. Good touch by him. Into Yan Kuto. Back to Roberts. Great play from Manchester City. Patrick Roberts, Kuto and Pozzo involved. His body's in the box here. Who are they going to look for? Oh, Gundogan takes it down and he just can't get it out from under his feet. Ilkay Gundogan. Great cross there from whoever was in the wide area. Lifts it into Ilkay Gundogan. It's Pozzo. Gundogan takes a touch. He just sort of gets stuck under his studs and rolls away from the captain. Both him and Rodgers both going for the same ball. Good cross by Pozzo, actually. Just unlucky, really. Gundogan that his first touch wasn't a bit better. Or that he didn't leave it for Rodgers to hit first time. He was running onto it. So 74 minutes played now. Not too long for this game left. And of course we've got the pre-season game on Tuesday, which will be against Blackpool now. Here is Sandler. City were supposed to be playing in France against their sister club, cousin club, whatever you are. There's so many of them. Troyes. But that was cancelled due to travel restrictions. And City were also supposed to have a pre-season game against Barcelona. But that has been cancelled also. Hence why they've played Barnsley and then Blackpool after this one. Here's Gomez. Zinchenko. Been impressive since he's come on, Alexander Zinchenko. Our first choice left back. Sandler. Kuto. Good ball. Into Moreno. He's kept it alive. Here's Yan Kuto again. Roberts. Good play from Patrick Roberts. Oh, brilliant play from Patrick Roberts, who's fouled. Similar to Jack Grealish, Roberts. Look at this. Socks around the shin pads. And skipping past challenges like that. Zinchenko's come across to take this one. And the commentators here on City Plus are actually talking about signings, saying City have been linked with lots of players. Well, they've been linked with lots of players, but they say they only want two, and that is Jack Grealish and Harry Kane. And the rumours are the Harry Kane deal is set to start being negotiated because Harry Kane is going to force his way out of Spurs. Which is an interesting one, isn't it? Force his way out of his boyhood club. Here's Zinchenko. Strike from range from Zinchenko. Ooh, just over the top of the crossbar. Tries to smash it from a set piece. Looking for the top corner, Zinchenko. We know he can hit them. So close. Ball forward by Barnsley. Could they get one goal? There's acres of space here. Zinchenko's out of position on the left-hand side at fullback. We've got to switch the play. Philippe Sandler deals with it. On the edge of the box, the strike, and Woodrow hits it. Deflects off Ilkay Gundogan, I think. Corner for Barnsley. They had to work it quicker, really, to that left-hand side. The City's defence, really, Barnsley. Here we go. Barnsley with a chance to swing a ball into some of the big men in the box. City, something they do lack is height, isn't it? Here comes the cross. Swung in towards Stefan once again, and Stefan misses the punch, bounces over him. It's going to be another corner for Barnsley on the other side. Nearly a shot from the corner, really. It was Sandler who knocked it away. Good header from Philippe Sandler to keep City 4 goals ahead. Chance number 2 here to swing one in for Barnsley. And again, I assume they will swing it in towards the goalkeeper. Another in-swinger. Cross comes in. Again, Zach Steffen this time has to punch it away. Another corner. Swinging the ball in. Right towards Steffen every time from these set pieces, Barnsley. He's got to stay alive, Zach Steffen. He's actually one of the smallest people in the box, to be honest with you. Not the tallest for a goalkeeper. He's still about 6 foot hard, I think. Good player by Barnsley. Take it short. Want to work it back in. They couldn't do, and Claudio Gomez plays it away. And here's Pablo Moreno. And here is a Spaniard looking to take on the Barnsley player. And he's fouled. It's going to be a free kick here. But City had a great chance to counter-attack there if they'd actually played, Moreno play the ball a little bit quicker. Trying to beat his man. Here's Jan Kuto. Finley Burns. Sandler. City still playing out from the back as confident as they were before with these younger players. No Diaz now, no Ake. But Burns and Sandler have stepped up. Here's Burns. Jan Kuto. He's clearly learning the false fullback role very quickly under Pep Guardiola. Zach Steffen into Philippe Sandler on the right hand side. Back to Steffen again. City's position is very odd, really, when you look at how they're lined up in the field at the moment. Gomez and Zinchenko and Jan Kuta are all pretty much stood next to each other. Here's Gundogan back to Steffen again. City trying things, maybe new things out a little bit with these players. Trying to see how they can fit the system. Here's Zinchenko on the turn. Good pass into Gundogan. That's exactly what I want to see. Gundogan works the ball forward now. Here's Morgan Rogers wide on the left-hand side. Chance to run at him. Rogers, great play. Rogers. Oh, unlucky Rogers. Really good play again. It's the pass. His final ball lets him down. Really good stuff from Morgan Rogers, however. And Zinchenko nods it back to Burns, and he goes back to Sandler, and City go all the way back maybe to Zach Steffen. Controlling the counter-attack once again. And that's something that's key with the way City play. They've got to make sure they can control the counter-attack. Zinchenko with the ball in behind. It's Ilkay Gundogan. Good little swivel by Gundogan, and again, still going into Gomez, down to Zinchenko, and he goes back to Sandler once more. City have worked absolutely everything around Barnsley brilliantly. Pozzo on their turn, trying a little back heel. Didn't work, and Barnsley back in possession. Rogers at the moment is going to striker. Pablo Moreno is drifted out to this left-hand side. Swap roles. Techno on fire today. Yeah, quite right. They've scored 4 goals, haven't they, Techno? All with different numbers on the shirt. Barnsley still knocking it around the back here. They've grown into the game, Barnsley. I mean, they started quite lively. And once City, really started to put some moves together, they were struggling, Barnsley, really struggling to handle anything. This is a chance for Pep to, look at ideas. I mean, he's having a good little talk here. Passionate talk with Juan Malio. Deciding on whether the tactics are working or whatever. And they've made a few more substitutions here, Barnsley. But they've started to mimic City a little bit, the way they play in Barnsley. Playing it out from the back and so on. Here's their number 10. Nice ball over the top here. Burns has been caught out of position, but it's a terrible first touch. Terrible first touch from the Barnsley player. Mahrez and Cancelo having a talk as well on the bench about football, which is good because those two have really worked together. Johnny says, why have they not got named in the shirt? Is that just pre-season? It's just for pre-season that. I think it's just, obviously, the sponsor Techno must have paid a bit of extra money. Probably funding the Grealish and Kane transfers to get the names put on the back of the shirts rather than the names. Here's Sandler. Finley Burns. Patrick Roberts has looked okay as well since he's come on, actually. Yankuto back to Sandler. Gundogan in acres of space. They've gone to pressing quickly and Gundogan just passes it around the corner brilliantly. Here's Rodgers on the left-hand side. And again, Rodgers picks the ball and looks to run at this team. And here's Rodgers. And Rodgers across the box here. And it's good defending. And it actually deflected into Rodgers as he went to pull it across the box for a goal kick. Unlucky there. That was good play from Ilkay Gundogan and Alexander Zinchenko. Rodgers has done well. He's looked live. He wanted to run at plays every time he's got a chance. Unlucky there. It's a good challenge, really, that knocked it back into him behind for it. Goal kick is Barnsley. Played it out from the back here. Played it out from the back brilliantly. Risky, very risky. City had players pretty much stood ready to take the ball off them. Confidence. And they played it out of danger. And it was really good. Zinchenko's looked good since he's come on. Like I said, very impressive for Zinchenko in the for Ukraine in the Euros. Team Zinchenko, really, aren't they? He is that by far their key player, captain as well. Burns has taken a heavy touch there. Gets away with it. Sandler. Here's Gundogan. Back into Finley Burns. Good pass into Patrick Roberts. City knocking the ball around once again. Keeping possession. Trying to pick holes in this Barnsley defence. Gundogan. Sandler. Another one, Gundogan, who can receive the ball under pressure and cause him no problems. Here's Yankuto. Wide to Patrick Roberts. Back in behind to Yankuto. Still going here, Yankuto. Pushed over. Something he's going to have to get used to is the physicality, Kuto. He's only 5'7". The Brazilian right back. You've got to get used to the physicality of, these English league sides. Number 10 for Barnes, has been dropping deep, picking up the ball and playing some really nice passes. Been impressed by him. Oh, Claudio Gomez has cut this one out. Well played, Gomez. Gundogan. And he goes back to Sandler. City not looking interested in scoring, to be honest with you. Rodgers is the only one that picks up the ball and tries to have a run at players. Gundogan and Gomez just like backwards passing. That's a nice ball over top by Yankuto into Patrick Roberts, who's done brilliantly here. Roberts, and he puts it across the box. And it's into the hands of the goalkeeper. That was good work there from City. Patrick Roberts, it was good. Just not good enough. Very unlucky, really. Really nice ball by Yankuto up and over the top. Roberts, good first touch. Second touch let him down, really. Because it took him so close to nearly taking it out of play, he just couldn't pull it back enough. Roberts again. He's fell to Gundogan on the edge of the box. Ilkay Gundogan. Works it wide here. City have got bodies in the box. Roberts. Skill again. Oh, great skill from Roberts. Yankuto goes to the cross. Deflected behind. Tell you what, Patrick Roberts is like watching Jack Grealish. Been around for a very long time as well. Yankuto to take the throw in here. Here's Roberts. Kuto. Just can't get the ball back here. Claudio Gomez in there for the tackle, and City pressing high, and they've been a bit over ambitious there, trying to win the ball back too quickly. It's a foul. A free kick to the Barnsley. 5 minutes to go in this game, which has been another entertaining pre-season match. Maybe not so much in the second half, but definitely in the first half. And hopefully we see another one against Blackpool. I suspect we'll see a few more experienced players. Maybe in that game against Blackpool, maybe even a Kevin De Bruyne appearance off the bench, something like that. Try and get them ready for this upcoming season. Here's Claudio Gomez, Ilkay Gundogan. Good pass into Roberts. He goes in behind here to Pozzo. And it's Pozzo. He's been pulled back. The ball stuck underneath his feet as he went to hit it. And he forgot the ball completely. Gundogan, great skill. Oh, and then he can't find a pass, Gundogan. There were 4 City players to his left. And he passed to the right, straight into a Barnsley player. And Barnsley looked to counter, try and get a goal for themselves. Good work from Sandler. Good defending. Pozzo's just got to hit this, really. Oh, he just forgets the ball. Just forgets the ball, Pozzo. As he's about to hit it. I hope Delap plays the next match. Well, I've just said before, Liam Delap looks to be joining Stoke City on loan. So we won't be seeing Liam Delap in the next game. He's actually injured as well at the moment. Oh, Pablo Moreno's in behind here. Offside flag goes up against Pablo Moreno. But yeah, Liam Delap looks to be joining Stoke City on loan for next season. The reports are City have said that they think he's physically ready. And he might score a lot of goals in the Championship 90 and come back as second choice striker at Manchester City. I think it'll be a good move for him. Because if he's not going to play at City, he needs to play because he's clearly good enough. I mean, he's clearly too good for the second division, you know, the Premier League, Youth League. Scoring 24 goals in 22 games is way too good. Gundogan, great skill. Moreno. Oh, just pass it, Pablo. Try to do too much there, Pablo Moreno. 2 or 3 passes he could have made. He decided not to pass them. Held onto the ball for much too longer. "88 minutes played here." That'll go to the goalkeeper. Do Barnsley. City maybe want just one more to win this game. They've doubled the score from the last one, and Claudio Gomez has got it here. And here's Morgan Rogers, and he got a ball in behind to Pablo Moreno. It's a tough pass. Gomez is there to win it again. Here's Claudio Gomez driving at the defence. Gomez. He loses it, trying to beat 2 or 3 Barnsley players. And blocks it behind for a throw into Barnsley. He doesn't look quite technically ready to me, Claudio Gomez. He's Premier League 2 top goal scorer, right? Yeah, Delap, 24 in 22 games. I think he was top scorer by about 15 goals or something ridiculous. He absolutely smashed the other ones. So clearly, I mean, the thing is with Delap as well, not only does he look like a quality player, but he's also physically just nothing like people his age at 17. You know, he wants a battle, he's aggressive, he's ready for a push and a pull, and he's strong enough, you know, he can fight off the defenders. It's something that maybe a smaller striker, like for example Pablo Moreno is up there now, he doesn't, you know, physically, I think he's very, you know, struggle in the Championship. Liam Delap I don't think will. We've seen it when he's played for City as well. Loves to crunch someone, he's very aggressive. I think he'd be fantastic for City if we get it right, and it works out well for him. It'd be fantastic. I think for him to come in and maybe, the way the reports are going, to learn from someone like Harry Kane. You know, after a season at Stoke, playing a second choice striker. I think that's the right idea. Bring him in a second choice next season. Do you think maybe Grealish? Do you think Grealish and maybe Kane? Well, I can only go off the news reports. So, according to news reports, Grealish is signed, and Harry Kane, I'm not so sure. It depends how Tottenham do. So that is full time. Manchester City 4, Barnsley 0. City coast to a win there against the Barnsley side that were pretty poor defensively, but they put on a good show. Actually, they give it their all. Edozie stood out, McAtee stood out, Ben Knight stood out, Mahrez and Cancelo, as we expected, they also stood out, and it's been a fantastic game. So maybe this time next week, or maybe on Tuesday, by the time we will be doing a live for the Blackpool game, I think, by the time it gets to that one, City could have made their record-breaking signing in Jack Grealish, would be absolutely incredible, wouldn't it? But we'll have to see how that goes on, because Grealish still could have a change of heart. I don't think he's signed the contract quite yet. And you never know, Harry Kane, that could be another one that's going through very shortly. So thank you very much for joining us for this City versus Barnsley game, another pre-season. Like I said, some impressive performances from young players. And we will be here for City versus Blackpool on the 3rd of August at 6 o'clock. We'll be here again for that one. So thank you very much everyone for joining us. It's been great to have you as always. And we'll see you next time.